Marcus Williams sat on the old wooden chair in his cabin. His hands shook as he held the tiny baby girl. She was crying again. She had been crying for hours now. Her little face was red and wet with tears. Her mouth opened wide with each scream. The sound broke his heart into smaller pieces each time. He looked at the empty bottle on the table. He had tried to feed her again 30 minutes ago. She would not drink. She pushed the bottle away with her small hands. She turned her head from side to side. She did not want it. This was the 4th day of trying, the 4th day of failing. Marcus stood up and walked to the window. Outside, the snow was falling hard. Big white flakes covered everything. The trees looked like white ghosts. The road down the mountain was gone under all that snow. Nobody could come up here now. Nobody could help him. He looked down at his baby daughter in his arms. Her name was Lily. She was 6 months old. She had her mother's dark hair and his brown eyes. Those eyes looked at him now with confusion and pain. She did not understand why she was hungry. She did not understand why her father could not help her. Marcus felt the anger come back. It mixed with his fear and made his chest tight. Sarah had left them. His girlfriend, Lily's mother, had packed her bags 4 days ago. She did not say where she was going. She did not leave a note. She just looked at him with empty eyes and walked out the door. She got in her car and drove away down the mountain. He had called her phone 100 times. She never answered. He left messages. He sent texts. Nothing came back. She was gone like smoke in the wind. She left him alone with their baby. She left him alone on this mountain peak where he had brought them to escape the noise of the city. What a fool he had been. Marcus had thought the mountain would fix things. He thought the quiet and the peace would make Sarah happy again. She had been sad for months after Lily was born. She would sit and stare at walls. She would not talk to him. She barely looked at the baby. The doctors said it was depression after having a baby. They gave her pills. The pills did not work, so Marcus brought them here, to his grandfather's old cabin. High up on Peak Mountain where the air was clean and the world felt far away. He thought it would help. He thought wrong. Now he was trapped. The storm had come 2 days after Sarah left. The weatherman on the radio said it would last a week. The snow blocked everything. Even his truck could not make it down the mountain road now. He had tried yesterday. The truck got stuck after only a mile. He had to walk back carrying Lily in his coat. Marcus walked to the kitchen area. He opened the cabinet and took out the can of formula. He had 8 cans left, but what did it matter? Lily would not drink it. He had mixed it exactly like the instructions said. He had made it warm like she liked. He had tried different bottles. Nothing worked. His phone buzzed on the counter. He picked it up with hope jumping in his chest. Maybe it was Sarah. Maybe she was coming back. But it was just his sister Amy. Another message asking if he was okay. He had stopped answering her yesterday. What could he say? That he was watching his baby starve? That he did not know what to do? He could not get help. The phone had signal, but help could not reach him. Amy was 6 hours away in normal weather. Now it might be days before anyone could come. He had called the police. They said they would try to send someone when the storm calmed down. They told him to keep trying with the bottle. They said babies usually gave in and drank when they got hungry enough, but Lily was not giving in. She was getting weaker. Her cries were softer now than yesterday. That scared him more than the loud crying. When she cried loud, at least he knew she had strength. These weak little sounds meant she was losing the fight. Marcus sat back down in the chair. He rocked back and forth slowly. Lily's crying became softer. She was getting tired. Her small body was using up energy she did not have. He felt tears run down his own face. He was 32 years old. He was strong. He had worked construction for 10 years. He could build houses and fix cars and cut down trees. But he could not feed his own baby. The cabin felt too quiet except for Lily's soft crying. The wind outside pushed against the walls. The old wood creaked and groaned. The fire in the fireplace needed more wood, but Marcus did not want to put Lily down. He needed to hold her. He needed to feel her warm body against his chest. He needed to know she was still here with him. He thought about his grandfather who had built this cabin. The old man had lived up here alone for 20 years after grandmother died. He had been happy in his isolation. He told Marcus that sometimes a man needed to be away from the world to find himself. Marcus had believed him. Now he understood that isolation was not peace. It was loneliness. It was danger. It was being cut off from help when you needed it most. Lily's crying stopped. Marcus felt panic shoot through him. He looked down at her face. Her eyes were closed. She was breathing. She had just fallen asleep from exhaustion. He let out a long breath. His heart was beating too fast. He knew he had maybe one more day, maybe two if he was lucky. Then Lily would be too weak. Then it would be too late. He prayed for the storm to stop. He prayed for Sarah to come back. He prayed for a miracle he did not believe in. The wind grew louder outside. The snow kept falling. The mountain kept them prisoner. Marcus held his baby close and rocked in the chair. He hummed a song his mother used to sing to him. Lily slept against his chest. Her small heart beat against his. For now she was still here. For now she was still alive. But Marcus knew that might not be true tomorrow. The thought made him want to scream. Instead, he just held her tighter and kept rocking. The fire burned low. The cabin grew colder. Night was coming again. Another long, terrible night on the peak where no one could help them. The knock on the door came just after dark. Marcus almost thought he imagined it. The wind was so loud that sounds played tricks. But then it came again. 3 hard knocks. Someone was out there. Marcus jumped up from the chair. Lily was asleep in his arms. He held her carefully as he rushed to the door. His heart pounded with hope. Maybe it was help. Maybe it was Sarah. Maybe it was anyone who could save his baby. He pulled open the heavy wooden door. Cold wind and snow blew into the cabin. A woman stood on his porch. She was covered in snow from head to foot. Her dark hair was wet and stuck to her face. Her lips looked blue. She was shaking so hard she could barely stand. "Please," she said through chattering teeth. "My car. It went off the road. I walked. I saw your light." Marcus stepped back fast. "Come in. Get inside." The woman stumbled through the door. Marcus kicked it shut behind her. He carried Lily to the old couch and laid her down gently on some blankets. Then he turned back to the woman. She was young, maybe in her late 20s. Her coat was soaked through. Her jeans were wet up to her knees. Snow fell off her in clumps onto his floor. She stood in the middle of his cabin, dripping and shaking. "Sit by the fire," Marcus said. He pulled a chair closer to the fireplace. "You need to get warm." The woman moved to the chair. Her legs seemed to barely work. She sat down hard. Her whole body shook. Marcus grabbed blankets from the closet. He put them around her shoulders. Then he went to make hot coffee. His hands shook as he worked. Another person was here. Another adult. Maybe she could help. Maybe she knew something about babies. His mind raced with hope as he waited for the coffee to heat. "Thank you," the woman said. Her voice was still shaky. "I thought I was going to die out there." Marcus brought her a cup of hot coffee. She wrapped both hands around it. She closed her eyes as she took a sip. "What happened?" Marcus asked. "Where were you going?" The woman opened her eyes. They were dark brown and very sad. "Nowhere," she said. "Anywhere. I was just driving." The car slid on ice. It went down into the ditch about a mile from here. I tried to call for help, but my phone was almost dead. "I saw your smoke from the chimney." She looked around the cabin. Her eyes stopped on Lily sleeping on the couch. "Is that your baby?" Marcus felt his throat get tight. "Yes, that's Lily. She's 6 months old." "She's beautiful," the woman said. Something in her voice sounded broken. Marcus sat down in the other chair. Now that the rush was over, he felt how tired he was. How scared. How alone he had been. Having another person here, even a stranger, made him want to cry. "I'm Marcus," he said. "Elena," the woman said. "Elena Rodriguez." They sat quiet for a minute. The fire crackled. Outside, the wind howled. Lily made a small sound but stayed asleep. Elena stared at the baby. Her face had a strange look. Pain mixed with something else Marcus could not name. "Are you here alone?" Elena asked. "Just you and the baby?" Marcus nodded. "The baby's mother left a few days ago." Then the storm came. "We're stuck here." Elena looked at him. "Left? She just left you alone with a baby in a storm?" "She left before the storm," Marcus said. He felt like he had to defend Sarah even though he was angry at her. "She's been having problems, depression. She wasn't thinking right." Elena looked back at the fire. "I'm sorry." Marcus laughed, but it was not a happy sound. "I'm the one who should be sorry. You crashed your car and walked through a storm, and now you're stuck here too." It's okay, Elena said. Better than freezing to death. Lily started to cry then. The sound was weak and sad. Marcus felt his heart drop. He had hoped she would sleep longer. He stood up and went to her. He picked her up and held her. She cried against his shoulder. Elena watched him. Is she hungry? Marcus felt the fear come back like a wave. Yes, she's starving. But she won't eat. What do you mean she won't eat? Marcus walked back to the kitchen. He got a bottle and the can of formula. His hands shook as he mixed it. Elena stood up and came over. She still had a blanket around her shoulders. She won't drink from the bottle, Marcus said. She hasn't eaten in 4 days. Not really. She takes a little bit and then refuses. I don't know what to do. He finished mixing the bottle. He tested it on his wrist like he had learned. The temperature was right. He tried to give it to Lily. She turned her head away. She cried harder. Her little hands pushed at the bottle. Please, baby girl, Marcus said. His voice cracked. Please just drink, but Lily would not. She screamed and twisted in his arms. Marcus felt the tears come. He could not stop them. He was losing her. He was watching his baby die and he could not stop it. Elena stepped closer. She looked at Lily. She looked at Marcus. Her face changed. Something in her eyes got deeper, sadder. When did the mother leave? Elena asked quietly. 4 days ago. Why? Was the mother nursing her? Breastfeeding? Marcus felt stupid. Yes, Sarah was breastfeeding. She wouldn't use formula. She said it was better for the baby. I didn't think. When she left, I just tried to give Lily the bottle. But Sarah had been nursing her since birth. Elena nodded slowly. The baby doesn't understand the bottle. She only knows her mother. She's rejecting it because it's not what she knows. Marcus felt like he had been hit. What do I do? I can't make Sarah come back. I can't make the storm stop. Elena stood very still. She stared at Lily. The baby kept crying. The sound filled the cabin. Elena's hands went to her chest without her seeming to notice. She pressed them there like something hurt. Elena, Marcus said. Are you okay? Elena looked at him. Her eyes were wet. I lost a baby, she said. 2 weeks ago. She was born dead. The doctors called it stillbirth. Marcus felt his stomach drop. I'm so sorry. I was driving around trying to escape it, Elena continued. Her voice was flat now, empty. Trying to escape my empty house, my empty arms, my body that still thinks I have a baby, that still makes milk for a baby who never breathed. Marcus understood what she was saying. He understood before she said it. The thought was too big, too strange, too personal. I could try, Elena whispered. I'm still producing milk. The doctors said it would stop eventually, but it hasn't yet. I could try to feed her. Marcus stared at her. This woman was a complete stranger. She had walked out of a storm into his cabin an hour ago, and now she was offering to nurse his baby, to put his daughter to her breast. It seemed impossible. Wrong somehow, but also like an answer to his prayers, I don't know, Marcus said. You don't have to. I know I don't have to, Elena said. She looked at Lily. But she's dying. And I'm standing here with milk my dead baby will never drink. Maybe that means something. Maybe that's why my car crashed here. Maybe that's why I found your cabin. Lily's crying got weaker. She was so tired, so hungry. Marcus looked at this stranger. This woman with sad eyes who had lost everything. This woman who was offering the only thing that could save his daughter. Are you sure? He asked. Elena held out her arms. Let me try. Marcus took a breath. Then he handed Lily to Elena. The woman sat back down in the chair by the fire. She arranged the blankets. Then she opened her shirt. Marcus turned away to give them privacy. His heart beat so hard he could hear it. Behind him, Lily's crying stopped. He heard a small sound, then quiet, then soft sucking sounds. He turned around slowly. Elena sat in the chair holding Lily. The baby was nursing. Her small hand rested on Elena's skin. Her eyes were closed. She was drinking. She was eating. She was going to live. Elena looked up at Marcus. Tears ran down her face. She's eating, Elena whispered. Marcus fell to his knees. He put his face in his hands. His whole body shook with sobs. Relief and gratitude and fear all mixed together. A stranger had saved his baby. A stranger who was crying as hard as he was. They sat there in the firelight. 2 broken people and 1 hungry baby who was finally being fed. 2 days passed on the mountain. The storm kept blowing. The snow kept falling. But inside the cabin, something had changed. Lily was alive. She was eating. She was getting stronger. Elena fed her every few hours. Marcus would hear Lily start to fuss, and Elena would wake up. She never complained. She would just pick up the baby and feed her. Sometimes Marcus would wake in the middle of the night and see Elena sitting in the rocking chair by the fireplace. The orange light from the fire would dance on them both. Elena would be humming softly. Lily would be nursing. It looked peaceful. It looked right. But it also felt strange and wrong at the same time. Marcus did not know what to think. He was grateful. More grateful than he had ever been in his life. Elena had saved his daughter. But every time he watched Elena feed Lily, he felt confused. This was not the baby's mother. This was a stranger. Yet Lily had taken to her so quickly. The baby seemed happy now, content. She slept better. She cried less. On the third morning after Elena arrived, Marcus woke to find her already up. She was sitting at the small kitchen table. Lily was asleep in a basket near the fire. Elena had a cup of coffee in her hands. She stared out the window at the snow. Morning, Marcus said. He felt awkward. Every morning felt awkward now. Morning, Elena said. She did not look at him. The snow is lighter today. Marcus came to the window. She was right. He could see farther down the mountain than he had in days. Maybe it's ending. Maybe. Marcus made himself coffee. He sat down across from Elena at the table. They had talked a lot over the past 2 days. Late at night when Lily slept. Early in the morning before she woke. They had shared their stories. Elena told him about her pregnancy, how excited she had been, how she had painted the nursery yellow, how she had picked out tiny clothes and soft blankets, how she had gone to the hospital thinking she would come home with a baby. But the baby never cried, never breathed, never opened her eyes. Marcus told her about Sarah, about how happy they had been at first, about how the pregnancy was not planned but they decided to keep the baby anyway, about how Sarah changed after Lily was born, how the light went out of her eyes, how she stopped being the woman he loved, how she left without saying goodbye. They had both lost someone. They were both alone, and now they were stuck together on this mountain with a baby that connected them in a way neither of them understood. What happens when the storm ends? Elena asked now. She still looked out the window. Marcus did not know how to answer. I guess you go home. I try to figure out what to do about Lily. She needs to eat, Elena said softly. I know. She won't take a bottle from you. We've tried, this was true. Marcus had tried several times. Lily would scream and refuse. But when Elena offered to feed her, the baby latched right away. It was like Lily had decided Elena was her mother now. Maybe she'll adjust, Marcus said. But he did not believe it. Elena finally looked at him. Her eyes were tired. I'm not ready to go home, Marcus. He felt his chest get tight. What do you mean? My house is empty. My life is empty. I have nothing there. No job anymore. I quit after the baby died. No family close by. Just an empty nursery and a lot of pain. She looked down at her coffee. But here I have a purpose. Lily needs me. For the first time since I lost my daughter. My body is doing what it was supposed to do. I'm feeding a baby. I'm keeping her alive. Marcus did not know what to say. Part of him wanted Elena to stay. She was helping Lily. But another part felt scared. This was too complicated, too personal, too close. You can't just stay here, he said. People will talk. They'll think it's weird. Let them think what they want, Elena said. Her voice got stronger. Your baby is alive because of me. Doesn't that matter more than what people think? Marcus stood up and walked to the window. His mind raced. She was right. Lily was alive because of Elena. But what was he supposed to do? Let this stranger live with them? Let her keep nursing his daughter? How would that even work? What about Lily's mother? Marcus asked. What if Sarah comes back? Elena was quiet for a long time. Then she said, then I'll leave. But until then, someone has to take care of that baby. And right now that someone is me. Lily started to cry. Elena got up from the table. She went to the basket and picked up the baby. She sat in the rocking chair and began to nurse her. Marcus watched them. The scene looked so natural, like they belonged together, but they did not belong together. This was not Elena's baby. This was Sarah's baby, his baby, yet Sarah had left, and Elena had stayed. The day passed slowly. The snow stopped falling by afternoon. The sun even came out for a little while. Marcus checked the radio. The weatherman said the storm was moving on. Roads would be cleared in the next day or two. Help could come soon. That night, Marcus tried again to give Lily a bottle. Elena sat nearby and watched. Lily screamed and pushed it away. She cried so hard she made herself sick. Marcus had to stop. He handed her to Elena, feeling like a failure. Elena soothed the baby and fed her. Lily calmed down immediately. "It's not your fault," Elena said gently. "She just doesn't understand bottles. She was only ever nursed." "I'm her father," Marcus said. His voice sounded angry, but he was really just scared. "I should be able to feed my own kid. You are feeding her. Through me. There's no shame in accepting help." Marcus sat down hard on the couch. He put his face in his hands. "This is all so messed up. Sarah should be here. She's Lily's mother. But she left. And now you're here, a complete stranger, and you're the one keeping my baby alive. How is that fair to anyone?" Elena rocked Lily slowly. "Life isn't fair, Marcus. I learned that when my baby died. Fair would be me having my daughter in my arms right now. Fair would be your girlfriend being here to take care of Lily. But that's not what happened. We don't get fair. We get what we get. And right now what we got is each other." Marcus looked up at her. "Why are you doing this, really? You don't owe me anything. You don't owe Lily anything." Elena looked down at the baby in her arms. Lily's eyes were closed. Her small hand rested against Elena's chest. "Because when my daughter died, I thought I would die too. I thought the pain would kill me. I wanted it to kill me. I got in my car and drove up this mountain hoping I would crash, hoping it would end." She looked at Marcus. "But then I found you. I found Lily. And for the first time since I lost my baby, I felt like maybe there was a reason I was still alive. Maybe I was supposed to save her. Maybe that's why I survived when my daughter didn't." Marcus felt tears in his eyes. "You tried to kill yourself?" Elena nodded. "Not on purpose. But I wasn't trying very hard to live either. When my car went off the road, I almost just stayed in it. But then I saw your smoke, and something made me get out. Something made me walk, and now I'm here." They sat in silence. The fire crackled. Outside, stars appeared between the clouds. The storm was really over. Tomorrow, the world would come back. People would arrive. Questions would be asked. Decisions would have to be made. "Stay," Marcus said suddenly. The word came out before he could stop it. Elena looked at him. "What?" "Stay, just for a while. Until we figure things out. Until Lily gets used to bottles or until Sarah comes back. I don't know how long. But stay, please." Elena stared at him. "You mean it?" Marcus nodded. "I don't know if it's right. I don't know if it makes sense. But Lily needs you. And maybe we both need this. A reason to keep going." Elena smiled for the first time since Marcus met her. It was small and sad but real. "Okay, I'll stay. For a while." That night, Marcus set up the small guest room for Elena. It was tiny and cold, but she said it was perfect. She put Lily down in the basket next to her bed. Marcus stood in the doorway watching them. "Thank you," he said, "for everything." "Thank you for letting me help," Elena said. "You saved me too. You just don't know it yet." Marcus went to his own room. He lay in bed and listened to the sounds of the cabin. He could hear Elena moving around in the next room. He could hear Lily making small baby sounds. For the first time in days, he felt like maybe things would be okay. He did not know how it would work. He did not know what people would say. He did not know if it was right or wrong, but his baby was alive. And sometimes that was all that mattered. The roads opened on the 5th day. Marcus heard the sound of a truck engine in the morning. He looked out the window and saw his sister Amy's red pickup coming up the mountain. His heart sank. He was not ready for this. Elena was feeding Lily in the rocking chair. She looked up when she heard the truck. Her face went pale. "Someone's here." "It's my sister," Marcus said. He felt nervous. Amy did not know about Elena. Nobody did. He had kept it to himself. Now he had to explain. Marcus went outside. The cold air hit his face. The sun was bright on all the white snow. Amy jumped out of her truck. She ran to him and hugged him hard. "Thank God you're okay," she said. "I've been so worried. Why weren't you answering my calls?" "My phone died," Marcus lied. "I'm fine." "We're fine." Amy pulled back and looked at him. Is Sarah back?" Marcus shook his head. "No, Sarah's not here. But someone else is. Someone who helped us." Amy's eyes got narrow. What do you mean someone helped you? Who? Before Marcus could answer, the cabin door opened. Elena stepped out holding Lily. The baby was wrapped in a blanket. Elena looked scared, but she held her head up. Amy stared at her, then at the baby, then back at Marcus. Who is this? Amy asked. Her voice was hard. This is Elena, Marcus said. She got stuck here during the storm. Her car crashed. Amy kept staring. Okay, and why is she holding Lily? Marcus felt his mouth go dry. She's been helping me take care of her. What kind of help? Amy's eyes moved to Elena. They looked suspicious. Elena spoke up. Her voice was quiet but steady. Lily wouldn't take a bottle from Marcus. She was starving. I'm still nursing. I was nursing. I lost my baby recently, so I offered to feed her. The silence that followed was terrible. Amy's face went through several emotions. Confusion, shock, anger. She looked at Marcus like she did not know him. You let a stranger nurse your baby? Amy said. Each word came out slow and hard. She saved Lily's life, Marcus said. The baby was dying, Amy. She wouldn't eat. I didn't know what to do. So you let some random woman put your baby to her breast? Amy's voice got louder. Do you hear how crazy that sounds? Elena stepped back like she had been hit. I should go inside, she said quietly. No, Amy said. You should leave. You should get your things and go. Amy, stop it, Marcus said. He felt anger rise in his chest. She didn't do anything wrong. She's nursing a baby that's not hers. Amy shouted. That's wrong on so many levels I don't even know where to start. What were you thinking? Marcus stepped between Amy and Elena. I was thinking my baby was dying. I was thinking I was alone and scared and desperate. I was thinking I would do anything to keep Lily alive. And Elena helped me. She asked for nothing in return. Amy's face was red. I don't care. This is inappropriate. It's weird. And what happens when Sarah finds out? Or when Child Services hears about this? They could take Lily away from you. Marcus felt cold fear in his stomach. He had not thought about that. Why would Child Services take her? She's healthy. She's fed. She's fine. Because you're letting a stranger nurse her, Amy said. She looked at Elena. No offense. None taken, Elena said. But her voice shook. Amy turned back to Marcus. I'm calling Mom and Sarah's parents. They need to know what's going on here. Don't, Marcus said. Please, Amy, just let me explain. But Amy already had her phone out. She walked back to her truck to make calls. Marcus watched her go. His stomach felt sick. Elena stood behind him holding Lily. The baby started to fuss. She's hungry, Elena said softly. Marcus turned to her. I'm sorry. Amy doesn't understand. She's right, though, Elena said. She looked down. This is inappropriate. I shouldn't have stayed. I should leave now before I make things worse for you. No, Marcus said. Don't leave. Lily needs you. Lily needs her father, Elena said. And her real mother, not me. I was just supposed to help during the emergency. The emergency is over now. Elena went back inside. Marcus followed her. She put Lily down in the basket and went to the guest room. She started putting her few things into a bag. Marcus stood in the doorway. What are you doing? He asked. Leaving, Elena said. Your sister is right. I don't belong here. But Lily will learn to take a bottle, Elena said. She did not look at him. Babies are tough. She'll be hungry enough eventually. She won't starve. Marcus felt panic. But what if she doesn't? What if she refuses again? Elena stopped packing. She finally looked at him. Her eyes were wet. Then you call a doctor. You get real help. Not help from a stranger who lost her mind along with her baby. You didn't lose your mind, Marcus said. You saved my daughter. I saved myself, Elena said quietly. I needed to feel like a mother. I needed to feel like my body wasn't broken and useless. I used Lily to feel better about losing my own baby. That's the truth. And that's not fair to either of you. Before Marcus could respond, the door opened. Amy came back in. Behind her was another person, a man in his 50s with gray hair and tired eyes. Marcus recognized him. It was Tom Baker, the local sheriff. Marcus, Tom said. He nodded his head. Your sister called me. Said there might be a situation here. Marcus felt his anger come back. There's no situation, Tom. Everything is fine. Tom looked around the cabin. He saw Elena standing by the guest room with her bag. He saw Lily in the basket. Your sister says you had a woman staying here. A stranger. And she was nursing your baby? Marcus wanted to hit something. That woman has a name. It's Elena. And yes, she fed my baby because my baby was dying. Is that a crime? No, Tom said. He held up his hands. Nobody said it was a crime. But I need to make sure the baby is safe. That's my job. She's safe, Marcus said. She's healthy and fed and fine. Tom walked over to the basket. He looked down at Lily. The baby was awake now. Her big brown eyes looked up at the sheriff. She made a small sound. Tom smiled a little. She looks good, he said. Then he looked at Marcus. But I have to ask, did you check this woman out? Do you know who she is? Where she came from? I know she saved my daughter, Marcus said. That's not what I asked. Elena stepped forward. My name is Elena Rodriguez. I'm from Green Valley. That's about 3 hours from here. I can give you my license, my information. You can check everything. Tom looked at her. Why were you up on this mountain during a storm? Elena's face changed. I was driving. Just driving. My car crashed. I walked to Marcus's cabin for help. In the middle of a blizzard? Tom's voice was not mean, but it was suspicious. That's pretty dangerous. I wasn't thinking clearly, Elena said. I had just lost my baby. I was trying to escape. I made stupid choices. Tom was quiet for a moment. Then he said, I'm going to need to file a report, and I'm going to need to contact Child Services. Let them know what's been going on here. Marcus felt his world falling apart. You're going to take Lily away? I didn't say that, Tom said. But this is an unusual situation. They need to check it out. Make sure everything is okay. Everything is okay, Marcus shouted. Lily started to cry at the loud noise. Elena went to her automatically. She picked her up and held her. The baby quieted against her shoulder. Tom watched this. So did Amy. Marcus saw the judgment on their faces. See? Amy said. The baby doesn't even know who her real family is. Elena's face crumbled. She handed Lily to Marcus. Take her. She's your daughter. Marcus took Lily, but the baby cried harder. She reached for Elena. Marcus felt like someone had stuck a knife in his chest. His own daughter wanted someone else more than him. I need to go, Elena said. She grabbed her bag and headed for the door. Wait, Marcus said. How will you get down the mountain? I'll walk if I have to. Don't be stupid, Amy said. Her voice was softer now. I'll drive you down. Your car is still in the ditch anyway. Elena nodded. She would not look at Marcus. She walked to the door. Then she stopped and looked back. Take care of her. And when Sarah comes back, tell her she's lucky. She has a beautiful daughter and a man who loves her enough to do anything for her baby. Some of us would kill for that. Then she was gone. Amy followed her out. Marcus heard the truck start. He stood in the middle of his cabin holding his crying daughter. Tom stood by awkwardly. I'm sorry, Marcus, Tom said. I know this is hard, but I have to do my job. Marcus did not answer. He rocked Lily and tried to calm her down, but she cried and cried. She wanted Elena. She wanted the woman who had fed her and held her and saved her life. She did not understand that woman was gone, that they had driven her away, that the world could not understand what had happened here. Tom left after a while. Marcus was alone again, just him and Lily. He tried to give her a bottle. She refused. She cried until she was exhausted. Then she fell asleep against his chest. Marcus held her and stared at the fire. He had done the right thing. Hadn't he? He had saved his baby. But now everyone thought he was crazy. And Elena was gone. And Lily was hungry again. Marcus did not know what to do anymore. He just held his baby and waited for night to come. 3 days passed like years. Marcus barely slept. Lily cried constantly. She would not take the bottle. He tried everything. Different bottles. Different formula. Mixing it different ways. Nothing worked. The baby would scream until she was too tired to scream anymore. Then she would sleep a little. Then wake up and scream again. Marcus felt like he was losing his mind. He called the doctor in town. The doctor said to keep trying. Babies eventually gave in when they got hungry enough. But Lily was not giving in. She was getting weaker. Again, Amy came by twice. She brought supplies and more formula. She tried to help, but Lily would not eat for her either. Amy looked at Marcus with worried eyes. She did not say, I told you so, but Marcus could feel her thinking it. On the 4th day after Elena left, a woman from Child Services came to the cabin. Her name was Mrs. Patterson. She was about 60 with gray hair and kind eyes. She looked around the cabin. She asked Marcus a lot of questions. How was he managing? Was he getting enough sleep? Did he have support? Was he feeding the baby? Marcus answered everything honestly. Mrs. Patterson held Lily. The baby was too tired to even cry much. She just made weak sounds. Mrs. Patterson's face got serious. Mr. Williams, she said, this baby needs to eat. If she doesn't start taking a bottle soon, we may need to take her to the hospital. Marcus felt sick. I'm trying. She just won't eat. I understand the situation was unusual, Mrs. Patterson said carefully, but the woman who was helping you is gone now. You need to find another solution. What solution? Marcus asked. He was so tired, so frustrated. What am I supposed to do? Mrs. Patterson was quiet for a moment. Then she said, have you tried to contact the woman? Elena? Marcus looked up. What? If the baby bonded with her, maybe she could help transition the baby to a bottle. Teach her to eat differently. That might be better than forcing the issue. I thought you people wanted her gone, Marcus said. I thought this was inappropriate. It is unusual, Mrs. Patterson said. But unusual doesn't mean wrong. Not when a baby's life is at stake. And from what I can see, Miss Rodriguez didn't harm your daughter. She helped her. Marcus felt hope jump in his chest. So you think I should call her? I think you should do whatever it takes to keep this baby healthy, Mrs. Patterson said. If that means asking for help from Miss Rodriguez, then ask. I'll make sure it's documented properly, that it's understood as a temporary medical intervention. After Mrs. Patterson left, Marcus sat and stared at his phone. He had Elena's number. She had given it to him before she left in case of emergency. Was this an emergency? He looked at Lily sleeping in her basket. Her face was thin. Her skin looked pale. Yes, this was an emergency, he called. The phone rang 4 times. He thought she would not answer. Then he heard her voice. Hello? Elena, it's Marcus. Silence. Then is Lily okay? No, Marcus said. His voice cracked. She won't eat. She's getting weak again. I don't know what to do. He heard Elena take a shaky breath. I can't come back, Marcus. Your family made that clear. I know. I'm not asking you to come back. I need help. The woman from Child Services said maybe you could help transition Lily to a bottle. Teach her to take it, more silence. I don't think that will work. Please, Marcus said. He was begging now and he did not care. I'm desperate. She's going to end up in the hospital if something doesn't change. Where is her mother? Elena asked. Have you heard from Sarah? Marcus felt anger and pain mixed together. No, nothing. It's like she disappeared off the earth. Elena was quiet for a long time. Then she said, I'll come back. But just for a few days. Just to help with the transition. That's all. Marcus felt tears in his eyes. Thank you. Don't thank me yet, Elena said. This might not work, and your family is going to hate this. I don't care what they think anymore, Marcus said. My baby needs help. That's all that matters. Elena arrived that evening. Marcus had cleaned the cabin. He had made up the guest room again. When he opened the door and saw her standing there, he felt relief wash over him. Elena looked tired. Her eyes had dark circles under them. She gave him a small, sad smile. Hey, come in. Elena stepped inside. She looked at Lily in the basket. The baby was asleep. How much has she eaten? Almost nothing. A few ounces over 4 days. Elena's face went pale. She went to the basket and looked down at Lily. Oh, honey, she whispered to the sleeping baby. You're being so stubborn. That night they tried a plan. Elena would feed Lily first. Then while the baby was calm and full, they would try to introduce the bottle, just a little at a time. Let Lily learn that bottles were okay too. It was slow. Lily would nurse from Elena and be happy. But when Marcus tried to give her the bottle after, she would get upset. They kept trying. Night after night, Elena stayed in the guest room. She was quiet and careful around Marcus. Things felt different now. They both knew people were watching. Judging. They had to be proper. After a week, Lily took an ounce from the bottle. Then 2, then 3. She was learning. Elena started spacing out the nursing sessions. She would feed Lily less each time and Marcus would give her more bottle after. It was working. Slowly but working, Amy came by and saw Elena there. Her face got tight. I thought we agreed this wasn't appropriate. Child Services said it was okay. Marcus said. As a temporary medical thing. Elena is helping transition Lily to bottles. Amy looked between them. And then she's leaving again? Yes, Elena said before Marcus could answer. As soon as Lily can take a bottle, I'm going home. Good, Amy said. But she did not sound happy. She sounded sad, like she knew something no one else did. 2 weeks after Elena came back, Lily took a full bottle from Marcus. She drank it all without crying. Marcus almost cried himself. Elena smiled, but her smile was sad. She's doing it, Elena said. She doesn't need me anymore. Over the next few days, they kept reducing how much Elena nursed Lily. The baby cried sometimes, but she was learning. She was adjusting. Marcus felt proud and heartbroken at the same time. He was getting his daughter back. But Elena was leaving again. On the night before Elena planned to go, Marcus found her sitting outside on the porch. It was cold but clear. Stars filled the sky. Elena had a blanket around her shoulders. Lily was asleep inside. Mind if I sit? Marcus asked. It's your porch, Elena said. But she smiled a little. Marcus sat down next to her. They were quiet for a while. Then he said, I don't know how to thank you. For everything. You don't have to thank me, Elena said. I did this for myself as much as for Lily. Still, you saved her life. Twice. Elena looked at the stars. She saved mine too. She gave me a reason to keep living when I didn't have one. Marcus took a breath. What if you didn't leave? Elena looked at him. What? What if you stayed? Not forever, but for a while longer. Until Lily is really stable on bottles. Until we know for sure she'll be okay. Marcus, people already think this is weird. If I stay longer. I don't care what people think, Marcus interrupted. All I care about is Lily being okay. And I think she does better when you're here. I do better when you're here. Elena stared at him. What are you saying? I'm saying maybe we could figure out some kind of arrangement. You could live in the guest room. Help with Lily, not as her mother, just as, I don't know, a friend, a helper, someone who cares. People will say we're together, Elena said. They'll make assumptions. Let them, Marcus said. We'll know the truth. That's what matters. Elena was quiet for a long time. Marcus watched her face. He could see her thinking. Considering. Hoping, maybe. What about Sarah? Elena finally asked. What if she comes back? Marcus had thought about this a lot. If Sarah comes back and wants to be Lily's mother again, then we'll figure it out. But right now she's not here. And you are. And Lily needs stability. She needs people who show up. Elena looked back at the stars. This is crazy. I know. People are going to judge us. I know it might not work. I know that too. Elena turned to him. But you want to try anyway? Marcus nodded. I want to try. If you do. Elena took a shaky breath. Then she smiled. A real smile this time. Okay, I'll stay. For a while. We'll see how it goes. Marcus felt something in his chest relax. Thank you. Stop thanking me, Elena said. We're helping each other. That's what this is. They sat outside for a while longer. Neither of them knew what would happen next. They did not know if people would understand. They did not know if this strange arrangement would work. But they knew Lily was getting stronger. They knew they were both less alone, and sometimes that was enough. 6 months later, Marcus stood in the cabin kitchen making breakfast. Lily sat in her high chair babbling and banging a spoon. She was a year old now, happy, healthy, loud. Elena sat at the table with her coffee. She was reading the newspaper. She had gotten a job in town at the library. She still lived in the guest room. She still helped with Lily. But Lily ate bottles now. She did not need Elena to survive anymore. But she loved Elena anyway. They all did. Amy had stopped being angry. She visited often. She even brought her kids to play with Lily. She told Marcus she was proud of him for doing whatever it took to save his daughter. Mrs. Patterson had closed the case. Everything was fine. Sarah never came back. Marcus had filed for custody of Lily. He had full legal rights now. Sometimes he wondered where Sarah was. If she was okay. If she ever thought about the baby she left behind. But mostly he just moved forward.